Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This session is about post-method era and looking forward. I hope and expect by the end of this session, you would be able to understand how to move forward and further from postmodern era. Well, my dear students, how do we feel the language teaching profession will move ahead in the near or even more distant future? This is a huge question for the teachers, for the practitioners, for the educationists. The approaches and methods have identified a number of issues that we expect to continue to shape the future of language teaching and learning. So a lot of problems and issues regarding language teaching and learning that have been faced in the past, it is expected that they would continue in the future as well. But some of the responses to these issues may take the form of new approaches and methods. Other may lead to a refining or shaping of existing approaches and methods as the teaching profession moves ahead and responds to the findings of new research and to the developments of the educational theory and practice. Well, the initiatives of teaching programs and pedagogy may come from within the profession, that is from the teachers, administrators, theoreticians, and researchers. Incentives or demands of a political, social, or even fiscal change nature may also drive change as they have done through the past. So, as the social background, the political background, the economic background of certain parts of the world and of the whole world as a globe would keep on changing with the passage of time, as it had also been changing through the past. The needs, the demands, the interests, etc. regarding teaching, learning methods would also change. Particular personalities and leaders in the field may also shape the future of language teaching. When we look forward and try to see what would happen in the future, one possibility is that the leaders in education, leaders in teaching, leaders in research would play a significant role in the shaping of language teaching. There is also a possibility that change may be motivated by completely unexpected resources or sources. Let us try to identify some of the factors that have influenced language teaching trends in the past and that can be expected to continue in the future. One of these factors is government policy directives. So these government policy directives actually operate in the sense that increased demands for the accountability of the part of funding agencies who provide funds for the teaching and learning programs. Of course, they would have their own agendas, and they would like that the directives that they give, that the orders that they give, the agendas that they present, they are catered for. The second important factor is trends in the profession. The teaching profession, like any other profession, also keeps on having some changes in the trends. The teaching profession is another source of this change. Professional certification for the teachers, endorsement of particular trends or approaches by professional organizations and by different lobby groups in the field, etc. They have an influence on changing the trends in this profession. The third factor that may play a role is gurus' innovations. Teaching has sometimes been described as artistry rather than science and is often shaped by the influence of powerful practitioners in the field. So the gurus of the field, the leaders of the field, those who are very smart in, those who are leading, in the methods and techniques and the ways of teaching and learning, of course, they would have followers who would follow them when it comes to new techniques and new methods. The fourth and probably a comparatively newer aspect would be the responses to technology. With the passage of time, the change in the virtual world, the potential of the internet, the World Wide Web, and other computer interfaces and technological innovations, they have a lot of influence on human life in general, and of course, in specific, then they would have a lot of influence on the ways of teaching and learning of a language in future. Also, the factor that needs to be considered is of the influences from academic disciplines. linguistics, psycholinguistics, psychology, sociology, anthropology, etc. are the fields that have an impact on the theories of language and of language learning. And as there are changes coming in these fields, there are possibilities that they would further influence the profession of teaching. As new theories emerge in these disciplines, of course, they would have an impact on the theories of teaching and learning in future. Sixthly, an important factor is pedagogy and crossovers from other disciplines. So, encounters with psychology, psychotherapy, cognitive psychology, communication sciences, ethnography, anthropology, etc., and even human engineering, the kind of crossroads, the kind of merging of these disciplines, the kind of overlapping of these disciplines, the kind of interaction of these disciplines, of course, has led towards, and it is expected it would lead further towards, bringing changes in the teaching and learning methods and the use of techniques for teaching and learning in the coming time.